Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Bashem Makar Quadash. I just want to go into a quick subject that, the apostles and elders have been reiterating this subject. That's why we give double honors to our apostles and elders and to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth. That's pushing the sincerity, honesty, and faith into the confusion of faith also that's coming in this thing. All right. However you may look, okay, as long as the spirit is in you of the hopeful elect, man, because we all don't know where we're going to land at, man, but we just hope and pray. But this is just a continuation of hashtag GMS has the keys, the keys, or has the keys, because I heard it and that was a pretty, I heard it when the apostle said it the first time, and it went into my head too, like, yeah, that's the same thing with the 100% truth, man. And then what's the main key is Yahweh Shai. GMS has Yahweh Shai in it, because we push it. We push the name. We don't hide the name. We don't put it to a back burner. We honor that name, okay? Because we honor the Father also. You honor the Father through the Son. Vice versa. So I was just gonna go into a couple precepts to prove that, and just to add on to the subject. So the first precept is Matthew 16 and 19. This is a book of Matthew 16 and verse 19. And it says, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. I'm going to start at 18 so we get the whole gist. It says, and I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock will I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against thee. And what is Peter is also the house of David, all right, the house of Dawadah. So you see that Peter was given that keys. And if we are being in the Most High is raising up the tabernacle of David, which is fallen, which is another name for tabernacle, is house. And it says, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. And that's what you see happening right now, man. Because where you seeing the breakdowns at? Where you seeing the revealing of the prophecies? It's coming out of the apostles and elders in Great Millstone, man. Because they've been given the keys through the Spirit. Because it says what? That you shall know them by their fruits. You know that these the men, because look at the fruits that they're bringing out. Look at the understanding that's coming out, because it's not by their own works. That's why it says putting out that trust in man. If you know it's not the man, it's the Spirit that's pushing these men. And let me jump to this is book of 1 Corinthians. It's 1 Corinthians 2 and 16. It's 1 Corinthians 2 and verse 16, and it says, I'll start at 15. It says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? See? So who has known the mind of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man? If it's not the hopeful elect. And the men out here that's pushing the truth and the prophecies. Because what is prophecy? That's the spirit of Yahushai. So if you're in the mode of prophecy, you're in the spirit of Yahushai. That's what you see happening right now, man. So these men, that's how they made that spiritual comment, or made the spiritual comment that they have the keys. Because other guys, they aren't pushing the name. They ain't pushing the truth. They got like 75% truth, 85% truth. That's not cutting it, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't have what I'm trying to say. You don't want 98% health. You want to be 100%. When guys injure themselves, you don't want to go on a Achilles tendon that's only 78% healed up. Nah, man, you want it at 100% so you can trust it, man. Having 100% means that you can trust it. And it says, for who have known the mind of the Lord, that he might instruct him, but we have the mind of Mashiach. We have the mind of the Mashiach, man. We have the mind of Yahweh Shai. That's what you're seeing happening right now with brothers pushing the truth, 3 videos, and more. Plus, going into documentary, going into certain books, going into the understanding, going into the breakdowns. That's having the mind of Yahweh Shai. Because it says Yahweh Shai is what? The spirit of prophecy. And that's happening day by day, man. You can't keep up with it all. It's happening day by day. Something else gonna happen tomorrow. Something else gonna happen the next day. It's gonna be like this. Just like it says, it's like a child being born. All right, when a child is being born, you have what is it? Contractions, and before the child gets to the point of coming out, the contractions become more and more severe and closer together. That's the same thing that's happening right now, man. The contractions are happening closer and closer together. The situation, the U.S. pulling out of the Iran deal, that's going to further the so-called animosity between that United States and Iran, and Israel and Iran. They're already going at each other. So war is inevitable. Once they go into Iran and that market of beast starts getting pushed, hey, we almost up out of here. And it says, for who hath the mind of the Lord? For he that, he says, for he may instruct him. But we have the mind of the Mashiach. All right, let me jump to Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 23 and 18. This is Jeremiah 23 and verse 18. And it says, for who have stood in the counsel of the Lord and have perceived the Salakia. For who have stood in the counsel of the Lord and have perceived and heard his word, who have marked his words and heard it. And what do you think? We've marked his words. What's his words? Prophecies. We've marked the market of beasts. We've marked the coming of the Third World War. We've marked all these things, and we're following after it because we know that's the Spirit of the Lord that's speaking through these men. You see that? And it says, behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind, and it shall fall grievous upon the head of the wicked. And that's Esau, man. That's Esau. That's these Edomites. That's getting ready to fall upon them in their society. They're getting ready to taste judgment, man, because they thought it was sweet. It says, woe unto them that build a city with blood, man. All right, let me get this. Is John 15 and 15. I'm just going to go. I just wanted to go through some of these precepts. I was at work when I put some of these together, man. So, because that's a true statement right there, man. This is John 15 and verse 15. See what it says. It's John 15 and 15, and it says, henceforth I call you no Salakia. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called ye friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. That's going into the keys also, man. Because everything that's been known has been made known unto us, the ones that are the hopeful elect. These other people don't know how to break down certain scriptures. They don't know what's going on in the world. They just try to live whatever so-called life, dismal life that they live, man. But we've been known because we're not no longer servants. We're likened unto friends. And who's the only other person in the scriptures that had that said to him was Abraham. He said that he was a friend of the Most High, man. So we're coming in that lot. And we're also known as the what? The children of Abraham, the children of faith. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go forth and bring forth fruit. So the Most High has chosen where to give the keys to and who to give them to. You know? He says ordained, chosen, man. We've been ordained to do this. That's why it says, what is that prophet? I think it's Jeremiah. He says, if he formed me in my womb, he knew him before he came out the womb, that he's going to ordain him to be a prophet, you know? So like if I misquoted the prophet. But it says, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go forth and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of my Father in my name, he may give it to you. And that's what you're seeing, man. And the Most High is working for the men that's working for him. You know, you're seeing all the fruits and the labors coming to pass that other men aren't doing, man. These pork chop eating pastors, they ain't doing what the men of the Lord have done. You ask them about certain scriptures, they can't tell you because they don't have the understanding. They don't have the wisdom. So why would you follow somebody that don't have the wisdom and understanding? Because we're getting close to the end, so the truth has to be somewhere. Before every society goes down, the Most High sets up men, and he sets up that banner that men can go unto to be, you know, preserved in that time. All right, this is Revelations 3 and 7. It's the book of Revelations 3 and verse 7. And it says, and to the angel of the church of the Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David. See that? The key of David, man. And that's Yahweh Shai. because he comes from the line of David. But we also now have that key in these days. That shows you the key can be transferred, man, but it also remains in that same line, man. Okay? That remains in that same line, just like you see happening right now, man. Everybody does not have the truth. And especially everybody doesn't have the 100% truth, you know? Because you got halfway Israelites out here, man. You got Israelites that are wavering, changing up the doctrine. You got guys that once was of us, and then now they changing up the doctrine because they were never of us. They never was a part of that number. So they just manifested themselves to show that they wasn't a part of that number. Even if you so-called get put out, man, do the work. If you love the work, you ain't putting your faith in men, you're putting your faith in the work, man. You know, you may not have that brotherhood like you once did, but hey, man, the work is still there. The work is still real. The knowledge is still real, man. Just because you so-called get hurt about it, you can't, hey, man, you can't put it to the side. You know, just like if you have a hard day at work, don't mean you can just stop the work. Oh, man, yeah, somebody talks stuff on me at work. I don't think I can do that. No, the work still got to get done, especially when you deal in husbandry and harvest, man, because you only have a short period of time to harvest the plant. So they'll spoil, you know, they'll spoil, or they won't, you know, yeah, they'll get spoiled. So that's the same thing with here, man. There's a certain period of time we got to work, man. We're in that harvest season. That's why it says the harvest is truly plenteous, but the laborers are few. So now we out here laboring, man. So we got to work that much harder, you know. And the Lord has sent forth laborers into the garden. That's why you see men all over the four corners of the planet Earth waking up to this truth, man. This is Acts. All right, let me finish this. And this is Revelation 3:7. It says, to the angel of the church of Philadelphia, write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, and he that hath the key of David, that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth. All right, let me jump to Acts. It's the book of Acts, 15 and 16. This is Acts 15 and verse 16. And it says, after this will I return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build it again. I will build it again, the ruins thereof, and will set it up. And that's what you see happening right now with the men on the four corners of the planet Earth. That's coming in the tabernacle of Dawadah, Malak Dawadah. Okay, it's being raised up and it's being established, man. So that the house of David has the keys, man. So an apostle always say that what we hopeful elect of great millstone would be of the house of David through the Spirit. And it says that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, who doeth all these things. And it ain't talking about no natural Gentiles. It's talking about the Israelite foreigners, the confusion of face. Those are the ones that the Most High set his name upon. Those are the ones that's being brought back into this thing. Not everybody else. All right, not everybody else. I'm gonna get this last scripture. I'm gonna close on out. I ain't want to make it long, but hey, man, hashtag GMS has the keys. This is Jeremiah 12 and verse 12. And it says, the spoiler are come upon all high places thereof. Through Salakia, the spoilers are come upon all high places through the wilderness. For the sword of the Lord shall be devoured one. Hold on. 12 and 15, Salakia. And it says, and it shall come to pass after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them, and will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name. That's it on that. But the main thing, that's renewing of the hopeful elect. We're getting brought back to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and then soon we're going to be brought back into the land of Israel, man. And we're going to set up the kingdom there under the banner of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. All right? So I just wanted to add that little, you know, just a quick, just adding on to the fact, man, yeah, we do got the keys, man. We do got the keys through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, because the keys got to be somewhere, man. You know, so with that, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahshai, Bashim Rakar Kwadash. To you hopeful elect out there, man, keep faith, keep strong. We almost there. Shalom.